Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are building a boathouse, and this is using all the packs that I have available in my game. So this is using the smallest lot near the beach in Burlington Bay, and we're creating a house that's sort of been built around a natural sort of rock pool, or they've built sort of a dock for their boat to moor up on. So this is the sort of layout for the house. It's quite a small little house, and I've done it in a modern sort of style. So the front of the house is quite plain, but the back takes in all the views from the house down to the beach area. So I thought we'd take advantage of the views, and I wanted to create sort of an inside outside sort of feel, like the house was connected and kind of flowed to the outside. So I created the bifolding doors that we have on the back onto the little porch area, and I know that Devon Bumpkin and a few other simmers out there have used that design as well. It's such a cool little feature that you can add onto your buildings, but it does also bring in the natural light into that room as well. So we kind of gone for a black and white timbered look on the outside to kind of connect it to the nauticalness of the area, but also trying to make it quite modern. And also all the bathrooms are at the front of the house as well, because all the back has all the big windows. So I kind of thought that placing all the bathrooms at the front would make it a bit more private. And the interior is kind of very neutral, and it uses the soft wooden floors and sort of keeps it used very sort of white and yellows and blues. And I've also made this house so if your sim has a cat, it is a cat friendly house, and it's only got one bedroom and two bathrooms, so it's kind of a sort of second home that your sim could aspire to moving into once they've got further on in their career. So now we're going to start the furnishings. So I start off with the outside sort of living area, putting in those seats from the Get Together expansion pack, add some outdoor seating, and sort of trying to add in a few different features and make sure that there was a lot of plants and a lot of greenery about in this build, but also tried to make it quite fun. So I've added some of the toddler lighting across, and adding some nautical themed items that we got in the cats and dog stuff. And I also, for some reason, added in the balloons as well from the toddler stuff pack. I don't know quite why I did that, but it makes it a bit more exciting. Like, these people have sort of parties or pool parties or beach parties quite often. Then in the living room, so this kind of wanted it to reflect the outside, so we've got the yellow parenthood sofas to bring in that pop of colour against this quite sort of cold looking blue walls. And I wanted to bring a lot of greenery into this house as well, so there's quite a few plants about, and obviously trying to connect all the colours together and using some of the painting variations that had more blue and green tones to kind of bring in the nature. And it took me ages to find some curtains that would fit that window, because it's a too wide windows, so not a lot of the curtains would actually fit. And obviously, because it was two, they were glitching all over the place into where I could actually put it, which really annoys me about some of the windows in the game. So in the bathroom, it's quite a basic bathroom, sort of using the same colours as the tiles, use the parenthood tiles and quite a lot of the parenthood stuff. But at least in the cats and dogs stuff, there are quite a lot of items that match with all the different colorways we have now, so it's kind of easier to do a bit more matchy stuff. And then I was trying to find a way to connect where the kitchen and dining room is going to be. So I kind of put in a small archway and the modern bookshelf from City Living to sort of break up that space. But it was quite, some of the spaces I created were quite awkward and sort of didn't, it ends up flowing okay, but when I was trying to plan out where everything was, it was kind of like, especially in this part of the build, it was kind of hard to place where everything is. So now we're going to work on the kitchen. So I kind of went for a white, black, and sort of hint of blue in the kitchen. It's it doesn't have too much counter space, so you may have to delete some of the items. I don't know whether the Sims can actually cook anything on there. And because we have the medium height walls, I kind of wanted to put some shelves on there, so because the actual cabinets themselves were quite high up, so I thought, I don't really use shelves that much in kitchens, so I thought it was a good opportunity to utilize them a bit more and actually put some of the items up on the shelf rather than taking up space on the counters. And also remembering to descale everything so it can actually fit on the shelves, because when you place shelves it kind of sometimes can glitch through the top. And I also use the mirror from Spa Day as sort of a splashback on the cooker as well, and then using the modern chairs and sort of that round little mat to identify where the dining table would go. The view out that window is pretty amazing. You can see all the way down into the bay, and the views from the bedroom are even better because you're higher up on the second floor. So it's got some good aspect windows in this house. And I used the new sort of cabinet from the cats and dogs and scaled it down because normally it's quite a large object, so it made the area quite a bit more interesting because it's quite a thin, long space. So I was finding it hard to kind of fill up the space because I've not put anything in the middle of it. So I was trying to work out how I could utilize the space a bit better than I have been at the moment, and sort of adding in the foyer area where all the shoes and coats and stuff are. And I wanted to add in a seating so you could sit down and put your stuff on, but then I realized like that's when I needed to change up the layout, so I kind of just added in those two walls, and it created a nice little hallway area that you can have plenty of space. It also made the kitchen seem a lot more together by having it not in such a vast space. And we've also got the cat litter tray and the bowl behind the wall as well. So then this is the upstairs. It's got a lot of white. It's quite a white light sort of bedroom with just that feature wall that kind of links into the bathroom area. So we're using the new bed and sort of quite a lot of the new objects. It was quite nice having the ability to use all the different objects in this build, because last time it was just using the cats and dog stuff. And this is the same lot that I will be playing with in my new LP. And if you haven't seen the backstory video that I posted on Tuesday, then I would recommend you watch that before next Tuesday when I start the Rags to Riches, so you get to know a bit more about the character and why he is in the situation that he is, and why we are doing the Rags to Riches with him. But the lot looks completely different in that story. That's why I have a few CC stuff in my game, because there's no really decrepit and rusty stuff in the game, and I don't have the vampire stuff either, so I had to download some special stuff just to make the little shack that he has taken residence in. And the new flip-flops from the Christmas stuff came in such I actually found a use for them in this build as a nice party feature. Like, they just had kind of, this house is set up so they kind of the Sims would have just had a party, and this is how it would look afterwards. So there's a lot of lighting and fairy lights outside to make it glow in the dark. I don't know, that's a weird phrase. It was like a giant UV house. It's just like illuminating everywhere, and you've got the yoga mat and the toddler grill as well. I thought that went well in this house, and add a sofa as well, but I merged them together to make a corner seat. I don't know, it'd be quite nice if we actually had an actual corner seat in The Sims. That'd be quite fun. And I also thought that the table took up too much room and they could just sit on the sofas and eat, so I kind of just make a bit more of a feature at that and put some pots about so that they were growing sort of stuff up on the balcony, because there's not too much space around the lot. So I thought they would rather than growing stuff downstairs, they'd be growing the stuff upstairs and using the toddler cushions as well as sort of outdoor seating. And I make a little bar area as well near the grill, so then if you are throwing a party up here, then you've got all your necessary things that you need for the party. I think we've got a radio downstairs as well, so you could always move that upstairs and have I did put a toddler slide into the water. I don't know whether you'd be able to actually use that in the game, but I completely forgot about all the stuff from Get Together where you could actually put the diving board and stuff. And then we're just doing some landscaping now, so I'm putting a load of rocks all along the pool to kind of make it look like it's a rock pool type of thing. But then I do delete some of them because I was like, it's a bit ridiculous how many rocks are actually there. And then I actually add a little boat in as well, so I scale up one of the toy boats. It'd be quite nice if we actually had a rowing boat like we do in The Sims 3. I think we had a rowing boat, but I kind of thought that that's their little sea vessel, and they've moored it up by the side of their house and sort of wanted to create a little mooring station for it. So yeah, in the end I used the new holiday stuff, Diwali lights, is the little string that attaches, the little rope that attaches to the post that keeps the boat from floating away, but obviously it wouldn't actually float away because it's got literally nowhere to go. And then we're just taking out some of the rocks and adding some more palm trees and some ferns and some more sort of seaside related greenery. And then I thought I'd do a little cactus garden up the top because I thought it'd be quite a sun trap up there, so it could get hot enough that they'd be able to grow cacti. Or it's or Bridlington Bay is just like Australia is now, and it's like 40 degrees or more, so there'd probably be plenty warm enough to grow some cacti. And I decided to do a little green roof as well to make it a bit more environmentally friendly, because obviously we're living by the beach. We need to take care of the environment that it is surrounding it, so kind of added some greenery along the windows as well, and extended the jetty wood planking all the way across to the front. The entrance is hidden away, so you have to go along the side of the house to get in, so it kind of makes it a bit more private. And obviously I was trying to make the front a bit more appealing, because obviously the house does look a bit bland from the front, as you're not really interested about the front, you're more interested about getting the view out the back. So kind of tried to zhuzh it up a bit by putting a blind. So these are the layouts of the house, and having a little view, different angles, different views of what you can see around the house. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy, give it a like, as it helps me out. And if you'd like to see any more, or would like to see the new Saturday special games where we play something a bit different, then feel free to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.